A lot to tell you about tonight here at 6 o'clock in only the second day of the testimony in the trial against one of the three men accused in the murder of Crystal Rogers 10 years ago. Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. Already today, bombshells from witnesses, including what employees of Brooks House, the chief suspect, say they heard around the work sites in the days after her disappearance. Shay McAllister is leading our coverage from Bowling Green in Warren County right here tonight. And Shay, I guess we ought to remind people that the judge has banned cameras from the courtroom, so you actually take a lot of notes and you get to report when you get out of the courtroom. A lot to talk about today.
Absolutely, Doug. So much new information revealed in this Warren County courtroom today in a case where I personally feel like I know so much about it. I was learning new names for the very first time, hearing new details for the very first time, seeing new faces, people I'd never heard of on this case, all adding to the story of an alleged plan to kill Crystal Rogers and then cover it up. Within the first hour of trial, a bombshell. Former lead detective on the Crystal Rogers case, John Snow, confirmed Nick Houck and Rosemary Houck are considered co-conspirators on the case and actively under investigation. Prosecutor Shane Young even saying Nick Houck was a police officer. Who would be the best person to plan out a murder? And then new details about this call between Brooks Houck and Steve Lawson at the Nelson County Sheriff's Department just days after Crystal disappeared.
Hey Steve, can you remember what you asked me or what you were after?
Steve tells Brooks he's looking for a rental property for his stepdaughter.
And I called to ask you for their numbers for our house.
Oh, for a rental house.
Today, that stepdaughter took the stand. Prosecutor Shane Young asked her, "Were you looking for an apartment to rent at that time?" Lauren replies, "No." Young asks, "Did you ask him to call Brooks Houck for an apartment?" Again, Lauren said no, adding to the prosecution's story that the conversation in the sheriff's office was staged, a cover-up. Steve Lawson's attorney, Darren Wolf, asked her about her drug use at this time. She confirmed she was using pills, and he suggested her memory may not be perfect. Then we heard from some of Brooks Houck's employees, people who noticed unusual behavior on the weekend Crystal Rogers went missing. Stacy Cramner told the jury about this conversation with Steve Lawson. "I have to go take care of a girl with 5 kids. I said, 'Take care of her how?' He said, 'Just take care of her.' I asked if he was putting her in rehab, and he said no. I wish that was the case." The conversation happened before Crystal was reported missing, but as soon as the flyers went up in Bardstown, the witness said she knew something was wrong and she called the Nelson County Sheriff's Office to make a report. After her, another former employee told the jury he watched Brooks Houck hand Joseph Lawson the keys to Crystal's car and then picked up Steve Lawson from a property on Thompson Hill Road and spotted her car parked there in the driveway. WHAS 11 was there when police searched that Thompson Hill property, digging in multiple spots. This was more than 5 years after Crystal disappeared. Police told us they were looking for Crystal's body. And today on the witness stand, Charlie Girdley, that former employee, testified that Joseph Lawson told him they could bury Crystal and never find her. So much new information there in the courtroom today. We also heard from forensic experts who specialize in cell phone records. They were able to put Joseph Lawson on the Bluegrass Parkway with Steve Lawson on the night Crystal disappeared. Doug?